During the heyday of Aceh Darussalam, around the end of 15th century, Aceh gave birth to a strong woman named Keumalahayati. Keumalahayati was descendant of a nobleman. Her father, Mahmud Shah, an admiral, and her great-grandfather, Muhammad Said Shah, the founder of the Kingdom of Aceh Darussalam. Apart from often sailing with her father, Keumalahayati also started reciting the Quran and learning self-defense. To deepen her martial arts knowledge, Keumalahayati continued her education at the Ma'had Baitul Maqdis Military Academy and chose the Naval Department. After completing her education, she went to Keumalahayati and became a love interest until she married Rear Admiral Ibrahim. In 1585, was appointed by Sultan Alaeddin Riayat Shah Al-Mukammil as commander Daruddunya Palace Protocol in the Kingdom of Aceh Darussalam. Based on an order from the Sultan Al-Mukammil, Rear Admiral Ibrahim, Keumalahayati's husband, was assigned to fight against the Portuguese army. The war against the Portuguese army was successfully won by the troops of Aceh, but there were many victims, one of which was the Rear Admiral Ibrahim. Keumalahayati was very sad, but it didn't last long. Since that incident, the military spirit became increasingly burning in. In 1604, Keumalahayati left his position as commander of the Palace Protocol and then went to Sultan Al-Mukammil to ask that she be allowed to fight and form a fleet of Inang Baleh. Inang Baleh fleet is a widow whose husband died in the Battle of Haru Bay. In 1599, two Dutch ships anchored in Aceh waters. The ship was commanded by two brothers, Admiral Cornelis de Houtman and Frederick de Houtman. At first, the Dutch were welcomed by the Acehnese because their arrival brought a diplomatic mission from the Dutch kingdom for cooperation in trade. Was not just trading, it turned out that the Dutch had a specific purpose in making an offer to Sultan Al-Mukammil to attack Johor and expel the Portuguese in the Strait of Malacca. The Dutch also offered two of their ships to be ran by the sultans. The Sultan agreed, triggering a banquet for the Dutch people who would bring in the Acehnese troop to Johor. The tragedy occurred after the Dutch sailor had finished eating. Most of the people on the two ships ready to depart the Acehnese troop for Johor suddenly had stomach ache and vomiting, many even faint. When they heard the news, Cornelis de Houtman and Frederick de Houtman was very angry. Cornelis thought that the Acehnese had deliberately poisoning them to seize the ship. Harbor Master Ship, who knew about the incident, and immediately told Admiral Keumalahayati. When she heard this cruel accusation, Keumalahayati was very angry because according to her, the accusation was the same thing as accusing the Sultan. There was a terrible battle between Cornelis de Houtman and Admiral Keumalahayati along with her troops. Finally, the Admiral Keumalahayati managed to kill Cornelis de Houtman with her ranchong. There were around 65 subordinate of Cornelis the Hotman also died. Not long after that incident, on July 31st, 1601, led by Paul van Carden, two Dutch ships again caused trouble by carrying out piracy, taking spices, and sinking Aceh's boat in the middle of the Malacca Strait. Due to this incident, in 1602, the Dutch sent their envoy, Sir James Lancaster, and brought a letter containing an apology and admiration from Queen Elizabeth to the Sultan of Aceh for the toughness of Admiral Keumalahayati, who guarded the world trade route in the Strait of Malacca. At the same time, gave him a special gift. On that occasion, the Sultan also entertained him specially.